Hi guys, it is Monday the 28th of January 2019, Andy here. Let's have a look at the stars. There we go. I was always worried I'm going to choke myself to death when I have a drink. So, okay, we've got the moon in Scorpio. She entered Scorpio yesterday, early morning UK time, late Saturday in parts of the States and Canada. And 21:10 last night, 10 minutes past 9, the moon was half full and she's waning. So she's on her way down from there. There's much less cosmic energy about. It's a question of standing on our own 2 feet spiritually and also, it's a time for reflection when people go back over the early part of this moon cycle, looking at the spiritual and physical and practical things that have gone on, that have developed, things that are changing, basically. It's a good time to go back over those, make sure all those are right before we get to a new moon and it all starts again. Moon's going to enter Sagittarius tomorrow, 14:32 UK time, so sometime tomorrow, wherever you are in the world, actually very, very early on the 30th of January in New Zealand, actually. I nearly forgot that one. There we go. So it's still a Scorpio moon and it's still a Scorpio day, and you don't have to be a Scorpio to experience it. All these things depend on excuse me, where they sit in your birth chart. So it really does depend a lot on that. But the general thrust of things, the conditions that we're going to find applying to just about everyone in some degree or another, are the main ones that I go on about. And in that sense, it's a Scorpio moon. At the moment I'm speaking, she is 45.5% full. And she's square Mercury at the moment. Strong emotion. Oh no, hang on, I've got the wrong page. Because that was yesterday's that she was square Mercury. It could be better today. Yes, today she is sextile Saturn. Not really brilliant, but better than yesterday. People are thoughtful, people are serious. Traditions being practical, using your tact and diplomacy again comes into it. That's the way it is. Venus and Mars. Venus trine Uranus. Unusual events first, moving forward. Protests beginning and ending. But generally speaking, an erratic, unstable kind of a time. But it could be productive, you just never know. It's not all that scattered, put it that way. Mars, on the other hand, square Pluto, power plays, territory takeovers, that kind of territorial kind of things, basic kind of animal needs to be in charge of things and to take over. So that could be quite difficult. Military actions, that kind of thing. It's way down the list of influences, but in terms of Venus and Mars, in terms of how people actually get on with each other and that relationship between what is considered masculine and what is considered feminine, or we might say esoteric, there are tensions there. There just about always are. It tends to be the way it goes. Now, as we go on through this week, I'm not going to say too much because I'll be saying it every single day if I do, but it's another week of changes. We've had some incredible changes in January of 2019, really setting the scene for the path through to 2020 and all the huge changes happening there. On Thursday this week, the 31st of January, there's a sextile between Saturn and Neptune, and that is going to unite the material world with the physical world. With the esoteric world, the physical and the spiritual, the masculine and the feminine, all that kind of thing are much more able to work together when that happens. So it's an interesting time, not a terribly easy time, I've got to say, because whenever we're dealing with the wider universe and the knowledge that comes into us through the cosmos, it's superhuman knowledge and it takes time to trickle in, which is why we have these cycles again and again and again, and eventually after a long time it starts working. So that's coming up on January the 31st, Saturn sextile Neptune, and then on Friday, February the 1st, though, they're problematic square. Mars and Pluto are square each other. Really could cause difficulties. It can raise the kind of arguments that people do not feel that they can let go of, even if they're kind of losing the arguments. So that could be a real difficult one. Be aware of that coming up. That's what we're coming towards. So we may see the influences of that happening this week. You just never know. You really never do know. Lizzie Albert was saying to me yesterday, and I said, schedules can be disturbed, things can go wrong. And we're supposed to kind of come out and say what's actually going to happen. But the thing is, there are so many different influences going on in astrology that I just say can. Because I don't want to tell people that they are going to have a problem if they're not. And the chances are most of us won't. So there we go. Nothing too much to worry about, but some very argumentative influences coming in at the end of this week. So do be aware of that as you go through this week. Meanwhile, my friends, thanks very much for watching. Now, I did say I was going to do some live mediumship on Saturday. I'm finding it very, very hard since about 2 minutes after I said that to actually get a live link. I'm recording this one up front. But do watch this face, folks. Do watch this space, and then you can see some more of this face if you dare. And my Facebook group is for Astro Truth. Yeah, for Astro Truth. And that is where the mediumship will be happening when it happens. I'm really looking forward to it. I've been building up to it for a long time. So do watch that space, and I will be there doing it soon. Meanwhile, I'll be back doing more astrology in a blink of an eye or thereabouts. Have a great day, my friends. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.